Hi, I'm Vaughn Davis, radio manager here at the Jamaica Information Service, and here are a few of the items I keep around my office as reminders of my career in the public service so far. It's my diary. Without this, I'd be lost. It helps me organize my day from start to finish. From the most big to the smallest tasks, I'll end up on my diary, and they help me to organize myself and just get everything done at the end of the day. Well, that would have to be the art in my office. As much as it's a media organization, it's also a creative space. We have to come up with all different kinds of ideas to make sure that we effectively communicate the government's ideas, programs, policies, and so on to members of the public. And that's a creative process. It requires us to go deep within ourselves, think, turn ideas over, and so on. The art in my office helps me to stay creative, remember what the mission is, to effectively communicate, but do so with an element of creativity, charm, and all that, so that persons can really be receptive to what we do. I will say that in 2016, when I received the Press Association of Jamaica Award for Best Radio Feature. That is something that I constantly come back to. It helps me to appreciate the level of work and effort, but also the benefits that can come from the hard work that we put in. You know what I mean? When I got that award, it was very much like validation for the hard work that I put in to make sure that not only the public is informed, but we, the creativity, the energy, the focus, the teamwork, everything that has to happen to make sure that everything is done effectively and it gets to the members of the public through the different radio stations that they choose to listen to. And when I got that award, it was really validation that helps me to focus and appreciate what the mission is. Well, the item in my office that I think I have the biggest emotional connection to is a small poster of something. It's called Studio 58A. It's a program I created a while back, a couple of years ago. Essentially, we deviated a little bit from the traditional radio program format that we normally have, which is 5-minute radio programs. I created a podcast, and through that podcast, I've been able to interview so many different people and just add a different dimension to what we do. And that was a very innovative thing at the time, because if social media was still relatively early and new, and being able to go live and interact with members of the public and see the comments coming in and all that, and being able to have that kind of production that early was a big deal for me. And being, I keep that Studio 58A poster in my office just to remind me of that effort, but at the same time telling me to try and continue to innovate and keep coming up with new ideas, so we can keep pushing the boundaries and hopefully win the next generation of JIS listener. I would say that's the software we use, Adobe Audition. That's what allows us to listen to the audio. Once it's recorded, we go through that, and that's when we can make the magic happen. That's when we can add all the effects, do different things to the voices, add in sound effects, add in different kinds of elements to make the thing beef up a little bit so that it sounds much more interesting once it gets broadcasted over the radio airwaves. We can't just have the raw audio, you know what I mean? It takes a little effort and a little magic to make it sound good. And that's where we get to use that software to really make things sound really, really, really special.